Hey, what's up everybody? It's Rox and I'm coming to you today with the review for Real Housewives of Atlanta episode 12. So let's get to the show. Alright you guys, so they're going to South Africa and everybody is in good spirits. So hopefully, we are all hoping that this is going to be a really nice trip. And so far so good. They're on the airplane and you know they all have their little personal cams that they're taking video of, because I guess they probably couldn't have the camera crew on the airplane. And for the most part everybody's getting along fine. You know, it's a long flight, it's a 16-hour flight, and they all just look like they're excited and anxious to get there. They get there and still everybody is in good spirits. You know, they're all getting their baggage together and you know, trying to get to the bus. I just want to know, how long do they plan on being in South Africa? Do you really need 15 bags just for 10 days of a trip? They had so much shit. Everybody had so much stuff. It was like, did Bravo give them a list of stuff that they needed to bring or something? You know when you used to go to camp and they tell you all the things that you needed to bring? Although you guys, I have to say that I was in heaven on that little part of the episode, because did you guys see all of Nene and Marlo's bags? You guys, I am a Louis Vuitton fanatic. Like, I love Louis Vuitton bags. I actually was able to acquire 2 pieces of luggage over the years of Louis Vuitton, and y'all, I'm telling you, you can't tell Rocky nothing when she be up in the airport with her Louis Vuitton, okay? I'll be sharp as fuck. Do you guys hear me? I have my 2 pieces of luggage, and then I put on my backpack, and I be having my purse, and I be walking through that airport like shit. I don't be having but $6 in my purse, but don't nobody know that. Don't nobody know that. Anyways, you guys, they trying to get their luggage under control. They having a hard time getting their luggage through the airport. And I think that was just to show that, you know, that they are just not used to, Marlo and Nene are not used to handling their bags. And Marlo probably is not used to handling her bags. I mean, you dating a billionaire, you should not be handling your bags. We know good and damn well Nene been sitting up there waiting on her bags with the little silver rounder just like the rest of us. So they get to the bus and they get all their stuff loaded and everything, and they're on their way to the hotel. Phaedra has got it so that they're going to be staying in the penthouse of whatever hotel that they're staying at. And you know, when they're driving through the city, they're just noticing how beautiful South Africa is. It's really, really pretty. I just really want to go to Africa. I really want to go visit Africa one day, because just whenever you see the pictures, it's just so different than what they always try to make it seem. I made it a point to have my daughter look at some of the parts of the episode, because my daughter is just convinced that everybody in Africa is dusty and black. So she was amazed to see it. It was beautiful. Water and just the town and the landscape and just everything just was very, very pretty. So they were all impressed. When they get to their hotel is beautiful, you know, and Marlo is, now that Marlo, I'll tell y'all, she was taking over this trip. You know, she just kept, you know, when they were on their way there, she was just like, I need my own room, I need to have my own bathroom. And it was just sort of like, you don't need to be trying to pick out nothing, because you wasn't really invited. How you think you about to get dibs on the best rooms? But then, you know, they all was looking at her and not really saying nothing. I was like, okay, they scared of Marlo. And that Marlo was on one special. I couldn't figure out if she was serious or not, because when she told them that she was going to be given no less than 3 etiquette lessons a day, I was just like, ooh. She giving etiquette lessons for you old unruly, uncivilized, uncultured heathens who ain't never been damn nowhere. Quit gulping all your goddamn bread and butter down. Just take you a little bite. Make sure you have your legs crossed when you wear a skirt, you old nasty ass biatches. Marlo is running the show. She wearing the concierge out, and you know, she's telling them that she needs to know who was in and out of her place. I'm sure this is probably stuff that she normally would do, because you know, when you have expensive stuff like that, yeah, you want to know who got access to it. So I thought that might be normal, but of course it was a whole lot for the show, and you know, it was just a little bit too much. And to me, she could have just pulled the person to the side and was like, I need to know who's going in and out, because I have valuable stuff in here, and that could have been that. But you know, she put a little bit more on it for the TV show. So this first day, and it's breakfast. Everybody comes to the table, you know, looking pretty much like how you do at home. You know, Sheree has on her little pink from Victoria's Secrets. You know, Phaedra got on her, like Cynthia called it, her Marshall's robe, which I didn't see what had to do with anything. I mean, what the hell, you there with your homegirls. You ain't got to be dressing up no extra special if you don't feel like it. But yeah, that was salty. Marlo come out there like she got a goddamn runway show she fixing to walk on. She got on her high-ass 6-inch heels. She got on her flowing robe, and she got on her negligee underneath. So anyway, at the breakfast, Sheree tells them that she's got a gay friend who's in South Africa, and that he's having a dinner party. And since she didn't know that Marlo was coming, she didn't really make plans for Marlo, but she only invited Candy and Phaedra because, of course, she don't get along with Nene, and she didn't think that Cynthia was going to want to leave Nene, and so she just invited Phaedra and Candy. The whole thing with Phaedra and Candy going to the party, I understood. It was like two things. I understood what Sheree was saying. Yeah, I mean, why would I invite you if we're not friends? I didn't know you was coming, Marlo. And, you know, Cynthia, you be so up underneath Nene's titties so tough, like don't nobody know whether or not you can unlatch to get away for a few hours. I understood that part, but also what Phaedra said is it's kind of polarizing. Like, you are on this group trip, and the whole premise of the trip is to, you know, bring together, we in Africa, we in the motherland, and, you know, it's all black women here, you know, we should all try to get along, blah, 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 blah. And then you get out here and then you invite just a couple of us to a dinner party. So, yeah, I think I would have felt, I wouldn't have been mad, but I would have been like, oh, okay, that's how you gonna be. We starting off like this already. It's the first day and you already telling us that you breaking up the group. So yeah, you know, maybe it shouldn't have went down like that. But and I think Marlo, Nene, and Cynthia all had the same reaction like me. Like, they really wasn't making that big a deal about it. You can tell that it bothered them, but not enough for them to really care too much. You don't want us to come? Fine. They go on a yacht ride together that Phaedra has scheduled for the whole group to go on, and they're going on like a cruise of the harbor just so they can see South Africa, and it's really, really nice. And you know, they're getting all the sights and seeing how beautiful the city or the town or the country, I don't know what you're supposed to call it, Cape Town. So it was how beautiful Cape Town was. And you know, it's cold out there, so when they get up and go inside the boat, this is the time for them to kind of squash a lot of the issues. So they work on, you know, they talk to each other about issues, you know, Phaedra and Nene's issues, which was from last season, which really wasn't nothing to be having an issue about. Looked like they kind of squashed their thing. And then, you know, Sheree and Nene, you know, Marlo's talking to Candy and saying how, oh, you know, Candy, you much nicer than I thought you were. And, you know, Candy was just like, what? You know, and Marlo's like, I just saw you in the mall the other day and you didn't even want to speak. And Candy was like, you didn't even want to speak to me. You was just kind of like, hi. You know, it was stupid. First of all, you know good damn well if you see somebody in the mall that you ain't really friends with, you ain't really fixing to be all gratuitous and knock your ass over trying to say hi to them. You might barely wave at them and keep it moving. So they probably both was that way. I ain't really trying to talk to somebody that I'm not friends with. So after they, you know, after their yacht trip, supposedly they got all the shit squashed and it's supposed to be handled, and they're supposed to be able to be on the rest of this trip and be, you know, play nice and get along. There's black women in South Africa. Okay, right. Kumbaya. We supposed to be, you know, we are the world and for the rest of the trip, right? So they get back to the room and Candy is just like talking to Phaedra, and she's just like, oh, so what did you think about the old come to Jesus meeting that we just had on the yacht? Phaedra's just like, look, you know, I'm not no booty licker ass kisser. I'm not gonna be kissing nobody's ass, but if everybody says the shit is squashed, then it's squashed. I'm gonna treat it like that. Did y'all see how much sparkles that Miss Phaedra had on? I mean, do you really need to have the band and the earrings and the shirt and this? I bet you she has some sparkles on her shoes. I bet you. I guess everybody's still willing to just let it all go. Cynthia comes in the room and she's like, hey, listen, I know that you guys have a dinner party to go to and everything, but I was able to get reservations at Nobu. So if you guys want to come to Nobu after you leave your dinner party, then you guys can come on over there. Our reservations are for 7:30 and we'll be there. And so Sheree takes the time to just be like, okay, Cynthia, I know I didn't invite you before, and I know I kind of offended you when I said that you be all up under Nene's titty and everything, but now since you done said that you don't be under her titty, maybe you can come on and come to the party with us. I don't know why Sheree did that. Like, we done already got past who was coming to the party. You should have left it the way it was. And Cynthia kind of was like, she declined, basically. She was like, let me think about it. But, you know, she was just like, oh, Marlo and Nene can't come. And Sheree was like, no. I knew that was fixing to be a problem. So, of course, Cynthia Cynthia's ass. This bitch go run and tell Nene and Marlo faster than the damn cameraman can get the wires and the cable over to the other room. And she tells them that she was just like, listen to this. If it just can't get any crazier. You know, she put a whole lot on it, y'all. 20 on 10 for real. She put 20 on 10. Sheree invited her to the party, but Nene and Marlo still couldn't come. That is not really how the conversation went down. And I was just like, oh, Cynthia, your big mouth ass always got some shit to start. I can't stand when, you know, if you're going to start shit, own up to the starting shit. Don't be trying to be doing it underhanded like that. And that's what made me so pissed off with Cynthia. It's like, you should have kept your fucking mouth shut. So Marlo being Marlo, she gets up and was like, I'm going to go talk to Sheree. Because I know this heifer ain't just not invited me to a party. Now, Marlo. I don't know what to say about Marlo. That Marlo, ooh, I'm scared. That Marlo, ooh, she cutthroat. Ooh, that Marlo is gutter, right? That was the other side of Marlo. That was the slicing the bitch face up in the club Marlo. Y'all, I gotta say this now. I do still like Marlo. But I can't be 100% with what she just did yesterday. Now, y'all, I ain't scared to say it. I am scared of that bitch. But I ain't really saying it like that, Marlo. You know, hey, listen. I was just saying that I probably wouldn't have did it the way you did it. But for real, we like homegirls and everything. Like, I ain't really trying to go there. Because y'all know Rocky can't fight. And I ain't really trying to get no stuff started. And I'm just saying that maybe Marlo probably should have just tried to do it a little bit differently and everything. But we cool, though. We cool, Marlo. We cool. She go up in there. And she goes up straight to Sheree and is like, oh, you invited Cynthia to the party. Why I can't come to the party? And Sheree was like, oh, did you want to come? You can come. And that was the next mistake. It's like, no, stick to why you said she couldn't come. Don't be changing it. You already said that you only had a reservation for a few people anyway. So how all of a sudden you about to squeeze another person up in there? Marlo was just like, listen, now we was just on the yacht a few minutes ago. And I thought we had done all squashed all this. And I thought everything was okay. And you go in there and go, you going to talk about me and Nene to Cynthia when just 30 minutes ago we was all cool. And then Sheree goes and says, but you know, we not friends, so like, why do you even want to come to the party anyway? And y'all, that's when the shit just went all bad. Marlo was just like, well, fuck you, go on and hang with them faggots. That's why you ain't got no man, you ugly ass bitch. I was like, oh damn. Well, you know you can't say that to any black woman and not set them off. You gonna say you ugly ass bitch and that's why you ain't got no man and not expect a rebuttal? So of course Sheree was 100% pulled into the fight. I mean, it was nothing that she could walk away from and shrug off. And I'm also going to say that Marlo was ready for that fight. Let me tell you guys, Marlo had done did her homework. The bitch was ready. I bet you that Marlo had information on every which one of them girls up in there, including Nene. And whoever wanted to pop off on this trip, she was going to let them have it. She was saying shit that was coming so quickly to her, so fast. There's no way that was just coming to her off the top of her head. She knew. She was waiting on whoever wanted to get froggish up in here. You're gone, bitch, leap. I got something on Candy. I got something on Phaedra. I got something on Nene. I got something on Cynthia. Whoever want to act the fool, we can come on with it. And that Marlo was saying it all, wasn't she? Yeah, I got my shit from an 80-year-old man. So what? What's wrong with being with an old white man? You don't like white people? Do you want me to introduce you to somebody so you can get some of your bills paid? Yeah, I have a townhouse. It's just me. It's just me. What the hell I need a house for? Wouldn't you want a house? You got 2 kids and you struggling. Yeah, I'm in a townhouse. I'm in a townhouse, but you know what? It's paid for, and so is my Aston Martin. Your Aston Martin got repo. You sleeping on blow-up beds, and I got a custom-made bed. Everybody at Neiman Marcus talks about how you return everything. I mean, y'all, for real. She was going so hard on Sheree. Oh, she was going so hard on Sheree. I just wanted to say, Sheree, girl, Sheree. For real. Leave it alone. It was sad to see. Like, it was so sorry because Sheree, because she wasn't prepared, her comebacks wasn't even worth a damn. It was sort of like when you was in elementary school and your best girlfriend got into a verbal spat with somebody else and the other person just ripped her to shreds. And you just standing there, ain't nothing you can do. You can't really jump into no verbal fight, right? So you just stand there and watch and be like, damn. You know, your girlfriend just be like, so? You just feel deflated for him. And that's how I felt for Sheree. I was just like, girl, you ain't saying nothing. You needs to shut it up because this girl obviously is fixing to spill all your tea. And the point of the matter is, neither one of y'all had shit until you hooked up with some man. The only difference is Marlo has fared much better than Sheree has in the long run. Marlo was able to hold on to her money. Sheree ain't quite been so lucky. But you can't argue status when you guys both got it the same way. Marlo just won. Marlo got gold. Sheree didn't place in medal status. She got honorable mention. That's probably why she on the show. Marlo was wrong going there because it was not really nothing for you to go off like that. I feel like she just knew she was going to make a scene and she went off on Sheree like that. Yeah, Sheree shouldn't have, she should have just left it the way it was, but Marlo was wrong for going off on her. I still like Marlo, but I think that that's the Marlo that she keeps contained and probably don't like for everybody to see. She even put out a apology yesterday after the show saying how, she shouldn't have said faggot. That's just something you shouldn't say. Like, I think it's offensive to gay people. And the fact that she is in the social scene in Atlanta, and there's a lot of gay people here, black and white, that I'm sure that she intermingles with, that probably was not the right word to say. She said it so easily and so quickly that you could tell the way she said it that it was a part of her regular vocabulary. Like me, you guys, I know that I say nigga a lot. Nigga is a part of my repertoire. Like, I use nigga very, I embrace the word. I know that it's not a good word. I know it makes a lot of people uneasy, and I try to be conscious of it when I be doing these videos. But yeah, I mean, nigga, yeah, I be like, a nigga's ready to go. A nigga hungry. Some people say bitch, somebody. I know I'm working on it, y'all. I'm working on it. I know I'm doing these videos and people might not be comfortable with me saying nigga and everything. But the point is that I say it so easily that you know that it is a part of me. And that's what I'm trying to say with Marlo. She said faggot so easily. I'm telling you, y'all, she says faggot quite a bit. And then, the fact that she went off on Sheree like that, it was a lot. Like, it was cutting, like it was evil. Even Nene had enough. You could see on Nene's face when she would kind of look like, oh my God, no, she did not just say that. Nene and Sheree has gotten into their issues, but there's always been a cutoff point. But y'all, Sheree got that in her too. Sheree just wasn't ready. But when Sheree went off on Nene like that, a couple of, at the beginning of the season, she got a little taste of her medicine because she was really trying to put all of Nene's business out there too. So, Marlo just did the same thing to Sheree. But yeah, that Marlo, whoo, I am scared of you, girl. All right, y'all, so that's it. Ooh, this is unseasonably warm day in Atlanta. I am about to, so y'all see I'm all sweating and glistening. And Steway, fixing to go get me something to eat. So you guys remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. I'm itsrox, and the channel is itsrox, and all the rest of my stuff will be in the bottom bar below, okay? I hope that you guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Until next time.